Did you have any other special plans other than Sunday today?
No, not really.
No.
Well, I'm going to go see my mom.
Mm-hmm. Gotta go see Mom Dukes.
Yeah. She's over in Annapolis, though.
In Annapolis?
Yeah, so on the weekend. And she works, I think, maybe one weekend out of the month. So I'll go see her. I'm like, what you doing? I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, okay, I'm coming over. So I'll go spend the day at her house, chill. We talk, may drink some wine, gossip.
Wine? I just started drinking wine.
Wine is good.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's great.
It'll sneak up on you, though.
It will.
Yeah. You gotta be
it
careful.
will. I keep forgetting it's not juice. Like
It's not. It's not.
It's adult juice.
It is. It really is.
Welcome back to the show. We're here for another week, another banger. Someone I'm excited to talk to. Someone I hope you're excited to hear from. We're talking with the one and only Kelly Blake. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's great to have you on. How you doing?
I'm fine. I'm awake. I've been working hard. I've been exhausted. I've been scrambled too. So a multitude of things.
I'm excited. I'm excited to learn about this whole model world. I don't know nothing about it. I just see it from the outside. I just see y'all looking cute walking down the stage. That's all I see. For somebody I know a lot of your fans is probably tuning in, but somebody that probably never heard of you, give them a good breakdown. Who are you? Where you from?
I'm from Maryland, born and raised. I was born in Baltimore, but I was raised in Annapolis. And as far as the modeling goes, I've been modeling on and off since 2015, I want to say. I'll take breaks, life gets in the way, and then I just end up coming back to it. I just always, not even like intentionally, life will just bring me back into modeling.
As it is for everyone.
Yeah. So, first I started, I guess, runway, just to get my feet wet. And then I've done print, I've done commercial. Then I kind of got on a few TV sets, like some background acting stuff. But I'm mainly like print modeling.
Print modeling.
Like,
what
just
is
pictures.
That? Just pictures?
Yeah, pictures. Commercial, lifestyle. Runway is fun. I like the backstage part of runway. Like when you backstage and everybody getting their hair done, their makeup done, everybody running around and getting dressed. I like that part. That's the real part of runway.
Yeah.
When you walk out there and walk back, that's like...
That's the easy part.
Think about how, like, if you really time it, like, okay, somebody walk in, walk there, and walk back. So that's quick. But the real part of runway is when you walk in, when you get dressed, you're in the back, all the designers and makeup artists and hairstylists and other models, and you networking. That's the fun part of runway.
Wow. I never even thought about that dynamic before.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of stuff that goes on backstage. Or you, at the last minute, we don't want you to wear that, we want her to wear it.
Y'all got to switch clothes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because the designer's rack, some designers have, I guess, casual wear. Some have ball gowns. Some have this. Some have that. So you have to get your hair and makeup done to a specific outfit. Or if you wear multiple outfits, called looks. Okay, well, you had 3 looks today. You have 4 looks.
Wow.
So you go out there, you get your makeup done, I guess in a way that would work with all the looks. And then you walk out there, you walk back. As soon as you get up the stage, you got to run and go get dressed again.
Wow.
I like that aspect of it. The walking out, walking back is cool, but it's so quick.
That's like high energy, like intense.
Yeah. You got to be ready.
Wow. What made you want to get? Was you prepared for that environment when you wanted to start modeling? Like, what made you want to get into that?
I just fell into it. I think one time somebody was like, "You could be a model," and I was like, "Let me just try it." And I liked it. I really liked it. Then I just grew with it. Like I was like, "Let me do more research. Let me do more. Let me see what's going on more in this world." And that's when I started to do I really like behind the scenes. Yeah.
Okay. What aspect of modeling attracts more to you? Like I know you said behind the scenes and getting ready, but like what part specifically? Is it the makeup part? Is it the looking through different looks?
It's like the networking aspect. Like I get to meet people. I'm a people person. I love meeting people. I love hearing different stories, all types of backgrounds. Excuse me. So that's it. Like I like to, and it's like everybody's pretty, everybody getting their makeup done, everybody doing the same thing. They may know a photographer, because sometimes, no, all the time. You really want a good photographer as far as modeling, that could be expensive.
Yeah.
So it's like you meet a model, like, hey, do you know? Like, hey, I know this photographer. Hey, I know this person's looking for a couple models. I've had some models send me information like, hey, they wanted me to, like, what was it, February 2023. What was that? That was the in New York, right? Fashion Week.
The Mercer Press Party?
No, not Mercer. But all of that was like last year, right? That was okay. So I had a model just hit me up like, oh, I have these people, they looking for a model and I can't go. Maybe you should go. So then I went and I got invited to like this Mercer and Prince party. I got invited to, of course, the modeling show, and it was cool. So like I like the networking aspect, getting to meet new people because it's models from all over the world.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
What would you say some of the? I mean, a lot of recently what you're saying, a lot of the pros. You're saying a lot of pros. The reason why you like it. What's some of the cons about it? Something that you still, you know what I mean?
It can be real cliquey. It can be real like, oh, we're us and you're you.
Oh wow.
Type, yeah. Or people, it's so competitive. Everybody wants that job. Everybody wants that show. Everybody wants that look. So it's like, even if you have it, if it's someone who has like a cousin or a friend, it's like, well, I want it for them. So no, we don't need you. It's not available for you.
Damn, son.
They won't literally say that, but I mean, you feel it when you're like, okay. Or you go to casting calls, and modeling is very tight, very strict. So you could be a great model, but if it's one job, they're like, well, we looking for this. We looking for a chick who's a size a 00 and who's 5'10".
What the hell?
Yeah, models are slim. Like so, we looking for a 00, 5'10". That's not me. So I wouldn't get that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I've always heard like the conspiracies about models eating like tapeworms and stuff to not eat. Is that a real thing?
I personally have not heard that too. I've never run into that, but I won't say it doesn't exist because in the 90s, I would say like 80s, 90s models, some of them were passing away because they were starving themselves. Dang. But now, I mean, you see models that like, say you see the Nike commercials and you see different type of brands, models are all different sizes now. That was more probably in like the 00 modeling phase. Like back when like Naomi Campbell and all of them, that was like in their era.
And how do you feel about from you being aware of the whole change from they looking for the slimmest to now it's more like anybody can come be a model? How do you feel about kind of that aspect of, you know, you've been trying your best to look slim and quote unquote perfect how they want you to look, and then now it's cool for it's the polar opposite to what's acceptable now?
I think it's great. Not only for me, but for like models that are like, say, the curvier women or like taller women or even shorter women. Because at first, like, we want you to be 5'10", but now it could be a model that's 5'4", 5'5". At first, that wasn't like acceptable for a model. Also, as far as diversity, it's like, it's still, of course, like we looking for the slim blonde hair model, yeah, but like now it's more like women of color that are being accepted more in the model, like more imperfections. Like it could be, I've seen models who are amputees.
What?
Who are, you know, have like gaps in their teeth, stuff like that.
Wow.
So, and they like, those are the ones, you know who Slick Woods is?
No, you know who that is, Shorty?
Yeah, like her. Yeah, like Slick Woods. I mean, she looks like a model, but she has a gap in her teeth. She had a bunch of tattoos. But like, she's one of the top ones. Like, you might see her in Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, stuff like that.
So basically, they're not looking for Madonnas no more.
Not really. It's a little limitless now. But it's for like, it's diversity is the thing. So it's like, I would say designers, magazines, they want to look more diverse than anything. That's what's more captivating now, diversity, as opposed to one thing.
I understand. I kind of want to take it back to like when you first started getting into modeling, when you didn't know anything about it practically. How much did modeling consume your life compared to then and today?
Then, it's like, I tried to always book a shoot. I tried to always just run after. I was exhausted. But then I had to learn, I had to sit back like, okay, let me figure out what is for me. Like, I can't just be everywhere trying to do everything because all of this may not be for me. I wanted to go into a certain lane of modeling, a certain field. So I had to take my time, say, okay, what's for me? What am I comfortable with? Who do I want to be around? So now, and I have 2 agencies. So now it's more like, okay, this is my lane. Let me work on my lane. And that's easier to manage mentally, emotionally, spiritually than just scrambling.
I understand. I can understand. I hear that word a lot with just with hearing about other models. They talk about agencies and agency, how important having an agency is. What is that about?
Having an agency it's cool for representation because a lot of times some designers or some like productions, they only deal with agency models. I guess it gives a certain air of like professionalism. Credentials and things. Yeah. So like your agency is going to negotiate your contract. Your agency is going to say, this is how much she's going to work for. This is what she's going to do. This is what she's not going to do. But you still have a voice too. I think a lot of times models, they don't have that voice. You could be like, hey, I'm not comfortable with that. Or you like, having an agency is like, say if you go to a shoot and you're uncomfortable, you can go in the bathroom and call like, look, I'm not comfortable. And that's basically like an advocate for you. Cool. I mean, they take their percentage, but it's like having an advocate.
Okay, that's understandable.
And I think like designers and brands are less likely to be kind of for lack of a better word, funny with you. Because if you were the reputable agency, word could get out of you being unprofessional.
Okay.
So I would say like it's more like having an advocate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Because I don't want no random cute girl just in my room taking pictures of it. As a designer.
Yeah.
You gotta just have some type of credentials.
Yeah. And so it feels more like okay, you know, because some brands get weird, but models can be weird too. You know, like you could get caught up like okay, just like a brand could get caught up like a photographer, a model. So I think the agency is like a safety blanket, if you will. Okay,
let's get out of this. Let's get out of this model. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about you. What do you like to do outside of modeling?
I like to read. I like to find new ways to better myself. I like to learn about. I'm big on like people.
What you like to read? I'm a reader too. That's what I'm saying. What you like to read?
Anything that's interesting. I'm like a lot of stuff about public health. A lot of stuff about the world. A lot of stuff about. I like a little bit of history, but I like what's going on like today.
Okay.
Like I like looking into, like deep stuff, like the problems in a community.
Do you read the newspaper?
Not really. No.
I would suggest doing that. You know, they did this new thing where if you got a library card, you get a free subscription to like the newspaper.
For real?
And you can read the newspaper.
I never do that.
Yeah, you should get a library card.
I have a library card. I didn't know that.
With
I didn't know that. I think is it the Enoch? How do you pronounce it? Enoch.
Enoch. Yeah.
Enoch. Yeah.
Yeah. You need to go get Enoch, get BCPL, get all of them. Because they subsidize all the late fees now, so you can literally have a book for as long as you want, and you won't be late fees. And you can check out 20 books. I have out 20 books at this moment right now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get to all of them.
Yeah.
But I got them.
Yeah, you might get to all of them. It's a good pastime to read too. It makes you smarter. It's how it works your brain.
When is a good time to read? Like.
For me, like when I have a moment, like when I'm just sitting back, or like if I'm waiting for something on to go, I'll just sit and read, or like say, you know how random thoughts come across your mind, like let me just read up on this, let me look at this, stuff like that. I usually don't have a lot of downtime. When I do have downtime, that's when that's when I create my content. Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
I went to 3 different high schools. I went to Broadneck High School, I went to Annapolis High School, and I graduated from North County.
Wow. Why did you go to so many high schools?
Well, I'm from Annapolis. I was going to Broadneck, and that was like the better school, but then we moved. So then we went to like the city school in Annapolis. Annapolis has 2 high schools. So I went to both of those. And then I lived with my father for a little bit, and that's when I graduated from North County.
What type of person were you in high school?
In a little while, like till my 12th grade year. And then I was like, okay, I have to graduate. Like, let me get it together. Let me start thinking about my future. So then I had to reel it back in.
Did your parents force you to go to college?
No. They were more so like, do something that makes sense. Like, so I guess it was just left up to us. I'm in school right now. But they were pushing a narrative of like, do something that makes sense that can benefit you. Like, if you want to go to college, go to college. If you want to create something, then create something. But as long as you're safe and as long as it makes sense for your life. Okay. They kind of gave us free reign on that.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. What were some of your favorite? I'm sorry, I keep going back to the book thing. What are some of your favorite books have you read?
I should have finished this book. It's a book at home in my little library, I guess. It's called Where Children Sleep, and it's an incredible book. Like it's a small passage under each picture. Like there's a picture of the child. There's a passage under that says let's say this is John. John lives in Brooklyn, New York. He has his own bedroom, his own bathroom, his own playroom. His parents are engineers. The dad's an engineer, his mom's a doctor. So you're okay, John lives well. And then you flip a page like this is Katarina. She lives in this third world country. She shares this twin-size mattress with 4 of her siblings. Her mom went out looking for work and hasn't been seen since. Her dad is poor. They'll probably end up losing their home, or like her baby brother is sick because of food insecurity. So I saw one, I forgot the little boy's name. They were living like on a trash pile essentially in like some different country, and they were paying to live there. Like and the kids had to work like all these hours a day. The parents had to work. So you're like, dang, it makes you really be grateful for what you have. So it was like kids living in poverty. Then you see kids living real well. Then you see it's like kids in Texas, like, oh, he's a gamer. He goes to this school, and like for him to get in this school, he had to write a 400-word essay, but he's in 4th grade. Okay, and then you have some kids, it's like, oh, this is so-and-so. He's 12, but he's taking care of his little brother and his little sister because Their mother died from age-related illnesses. Their father went out looking for food, and he probably died as well because he didn't come back. They'll probably end up starving to death. Damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, it's a deep book. It'll bring some emotion out of you. It's a great book though because you really see like, dang, you know, we're all living on the same planet, but like on one side, some of us have this, and on the completely other side, in the same time, same day, others are living like this. So
wow.
When I got that book from a free library, you know, it's a lot of free libraries around the area I live in. A lot of free libraries. So I always like if I'm walking past it, I'll just grab a book.
I never heard of a free library. I mean, I'll be
you
seeing
see the little boxes.
Oh, you talking about that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, the little boxes like free library. Take a book, leave a book.
Okay.
But I only see it when I'm like driving by, so I never really have a book with me. But I'll just take a book.
Yeah.
And I found another book called The Roosevelts. It's like the Roosevelt family.
Yeah, yeah.
The history of that's like a book like this thick.
Wow.
I haven't read it yet, but I feel like I'll get to it.
You're gonna like that book.
Yeah, I think I'll like that book. I like that book.
Roosevelt's, it depends on how you look at it. It's a powerful family. If you look at how they got there, like I mean, I don't know. You'll find out.
Yeah, you read that book, The Roosevelts?
No, I didn't read that specific book, but I just know about the Roosevelts.
The Roosevelts, yeah, it's a long line.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes I look at stuff. Well, most of the time I just look at stuff from different angles. Like, okay, this is their history. This was the time that these Roosevelts were living in. That's what they were doing. But like present day Roosevelts, it's present day. So this is why they're living like this. So I like stuff like that.
Yeah, history is fascinating.
It is
fascinating.
Yeah.
I'm just reading about Prince and shit. I'm like, damn, that happened a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Because I was born in 2000, so.
2000.
So I don't know nothing about. Literally, the 90s is literally like another
thing of the
planet.
past.
Let's get back to the interview. What was going on in your life around the time? I know you said somebody just said you should model, but what was going on around that time in your life when you decided to start modeling?
I was 20, and I was just 20. I was like any other 20-year-old. I had an apartment with my cousin at that time, and that's it. Like I was just 20. I had a job at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Yeah, just like any other 20-year-old, just working, trying to figure out life, and I just fell into it. Mm-hmm. And then I started my own clothing brand, which I'm wearing today.
I was looking at it. I was wondering.
Yeah,
okay.
And it's called LP. Well, the Maryland is just because I'm from Maryland, but it's LP, ELPE.
Okay.
And I started that.
Where's that name? Where's you from?
It's LP. Well, I mean, it's Elevate Love, Push Equality, but like it's LP.
Okay. Yeah. Makes sense. That makes sense.
So, yeah, I just got into that, and then this most recently, went back to it. I was like, and I just started doing content. That like modeling, LP, that's what brought me into the content that I make now. Yeah,
it's kind of like it's great when whatever you desire to do, it kind of like evolutes you into doing something, you know. Mm-hmm. So that makes perfect sense, you know.
Mm-hmm. Have you checked it out? You checked out the hypothetical outfits?
The website?
No, my Instagram.
No, I don't. Explain that to me. I didn't know what I was looking at practically.
Did you check it out?
No.
I
didn't get that deep.
Okay.
I know. I looked at the website. I'm looking at the clothing line.
Okay, yeah. So that's LP, mm-hmm. And then on my Instagram, like Kelly Blake, that's where I make the hypothetical outfits. So, you know how you see the videos? You're like, get ready with me while I go to dinner. Okay. You ever see the get ready with me?
Yeah. Practice.
So with mine, it's like a hypothetical outfit. I get dressed, and I'm like, well, this is hypothetical. Like I would wear this. Am I going to wear this outfit? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe, but that's why it's hypothetical. Something I would wear, something I could wear.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, so
I missed that.
And then I do a voiceover. Like it's the video, it'd be like getting dressed, and I do the voiceover. So like I'm like, I would wear this here, or like, this gives this. So yeah, but I mean, that's been catching on pretty fast. Like I started November 10th, and I had like 1,200 followers, and now I have 28,000, and it's December 15th.
Yep, 15.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to talk about that journey. Like, was that like how I don't understand how you gain that many followers in like less than a year.
I don't know either. I think like one video just caught on. So this is what I think. Well, I'll take you back to the beginning. November 10th. I have a sister who lives in Delaware. Shout out to her, my sister Denasia. Mm-hmm. And she does content based around like it's family oriented. So I was like super bored one day. I was like, I just need something to do. I was like, that like it makes sense for who I am and what I do. So we came up with this like concept of hypothetical outfit. So it's like, okay, this is what I would wear, this is what I could wear. And she was like, you got to post every day for 30 days. She's like, do not slip. And she was on me about it. Like, did you post today? Did you make your content today? And I was like within a week, I was over. I was over it. She was like, did you post today? You need to post today. And I was like, all right. So I think it was one video I made. And you remember when Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fought?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the caption, I put, like, hypothetical outfit, like, fight night. And, like, that video started to get, like, traction. Maybe because it was, like, it said fight night, and it was fight night. But after that, it just kept on. But that was, like, within the first week. When did they fight? November?
Yeah, November. Like the second week in November, I think.
Yeah, like, it was, so that was it November 17th? 15th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, that one caught traction, and I just post every single day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, shout out to her.
Yeah, congratulations.
Shout out to her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
She's the one that really put the idea in my head.
A question that a lot of people I ask people when they just gain a lot of followers in a small time. What is something that you didn't expect? Something that you didn't expect you would have to deal with that many eyes on you. You know.
Nothing really. Like, I mean, I expected people to, because it's a get ready with me and I am getting dressed. Some people like, I mean, it's like, you know, it's always a little fun.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I don't know. I'm sorry. It just clicked in my head.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's nothing that I didn't expect. The only thing I didn't expect is to get this many followers in such a short amount of time. I did not expect that at all. But, I mean, what comes with it, whatever. You know, like, yeah, some people leave, like not so favorable comments, but, I mean, that doesn't really.
If everybody loved what you're doing, that would be weird.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, somebody's not gonna like what I'm doing. Somebody's not gonna like what's going on. Okay, that's cool. But, you know, moving right along. Like, that doesn't stop me from. I didn't go into it to be like, I just want people to love me and for people to like what I'm doing. I'm like, well, even on a basic human level, like, you're not gonna always run into people that like you. Mm-hmm. Some people like they'll dislike you for no reason. Mm-hmm. So, like, okay, if that's just me being a human, I can just get disliked. If I'm doing something like this, absolutely people aren't gonna like it.
If you do something, damn, I just lost my train of thought. If you do something and shit, I just fucking blanked out just now.
You'll find it.
I'm gonna find it somewhere. Let's talk about the next thing.
Yeah,
go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. The series is great. I've gotten a few, like, beauty deals, like, as far as brand, like, makeup. Well, not makeup. I don't really wear makeup like that. But, like, beauty products. Like, skincare. I gotten a few deals on, like, skincare. Like, at least, like, 3 right. I'm like 3 right now. Mm-hmm. So
that's great. Oh, that was the question. That was the question I was going to ask you. For people that's on the outside looking in, that's inspiring to be models, and they don't really see how they can make that as a profession. Kind of talk about how the process of monetizing your modeling, like, how has that been for you?
You have to want to get better. You have to grow. You have to be coachable. And you have to find a lane that makes sense, because modeling is vast. Like, you could do commercial modeling, you could do print modeling, you could do high fashion, editorial, runway, you know? Mm-hmm. Like, once you find your lane that makes sense for you, stick to that, work with the photographers, and, like, you have to put money into that. Like, modeling, you have to spend money to make money. It's one of those things you have to spend money to make money. So you have to be professional. You have to give off a presence, like a presence to be taken serious, because, like, with any creative field, people will take advantage of you. Mm-hmm. It has to get to a point where you've built up your portfolio and you've built up your rapport with people, where you're like, listen, this is my craft. I take it serious. Now y'all have to pay me. You know? So even in the beginning, if you do a few free things, it's like you have to hone in on that craft. You have to make it professional. You have to make it believable enough to where people will pay you. Mm-hmm. So I would say that. Like, stick to it. Be serious about it. Respect yourself. Be authentic, because, like, I don't know, like, when you're not authentic, I feel like people can see that.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, be authentic, stick to what you know, learn what you don't know, and take yourself serious, because other people will take you serious. And that's when you can start monetizing it. Like, when they see you taking yourself serious, like, okay, we'll pay this person. If they see that you're a joke, it's like, why would we pay a joke?
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. What advice do you have for young inspiring models?
I mean, the same thing. Like, just stick to it. I mean, just keep yourself together. Take care of yourself. Because, I mean, you got to take care of your skin. You got to come in as if you take care of yourself. You have to look like you take care of yourself. be around the right people. Don't just be so excited to just be anywhere, because you don't just always want to be with the in crowd. Because if you, any agency will tell you, like, it's a lot of model parties, especially around Fashion Week. They're like, go for an hour max and then leave. Show up at like 10, stay till 11, and then leave. Because if you have a shoot the next day, you got to be there at 10 a.m., you've been out since 4 a.m., you go in there exhausted, you can see that on camera too. I think I didn't go out partying, but one night I was like, I don't know, I was just restless one night, and I went to the shoot the next day. I was exhausted. They gave me coffee and everything, and I was just so tired.
That's one thing I have. One thing I always have seen from models from the outside is just they have to have discipline. You know?
Yeah. You have to take care of yourself. You have to stick to. Now, it doesn't mean you have to just eat crackers, but like, I mean, eat some food that makes sense. Go to the gym, take walks, like take care of your skin. Yeah, read a book. Keep yourself like fresh. Like keep your mind clear, because you can see all that on camera.
Yeah, I guess you just answered my next question. I was going to ask, what type of regimens do you do to stay healthy in the model health lifestyle? But it's just like you already answered them. Just practical things that you should already be doing.
Yeah, like skincare, hair care, like a workout routine, like lotion, oil, everything, nails, everything. Everything has to be. It doesn't have to be overdone, but it just has to give off that you take care of yourself. So that anybody that wants to do that, anybody that wants to make content, the content piece I would say is consistent, and modeling is consistency. I feel like I wouldn't have the traction that I have on Instagram if I wasn't consistent. So consistency for sure. It has to be you. It has to like come off as you. I think that's like one of the most important pieces. It has to be like something that seems real. Like, okay, this is, and relatable.
Yeah.
I feel like you want to be relatable to people. Like you don't want to see, some people like seem like just like objects as opposed to people. Like everybody has their same, everyone has the same issues, everyone has ups, everyone has downs. And as far as like the content I make, it's like everyone wears clothes.
Exactly.
Like, so make it relatable. Like I would wear this, or like put on an outfit that you would wear to a relatable place. Like I would wear this, I would go to brunch. A lot of people been to brunch. I would wear this to go walk in the park. Most people have gone for a walk in the park. I would wear this to school. Most people have gone to school.
Exactly.
So,
okay, I understand.
Yeah.
With your newfound viewership, I know that it spawns probably a lot of ideas. Like, where do you think you can take it from here? Do you already have your next step planned out?
Well, I've already cut, like, now I can actually monetize it now. Like, I'm actually monetizing my Instagram.
Congratulations.
So, thank you. I'm monetizing my Instagram. And I've just been reaching out to other brands. Like, I want to expand. Like, okay, so on Instagram, like, that's how I'm able, like, to get the makeup deals. Like, because I have to apply to platforms as far as a micro-influencer.
Understand. So
I've applied to platforms like this, the podcast, and reaching out to people, like, just to expand my brand presence. So I'm really capitalizing on the viewership, making myself seem more like an individual than just somebody you see on Instagram.
It's definitely for me, as somebody that reaches out to people as well, that interview people. It's definitely a different experience. I never had nobody reach out for me to somebody
really
else. Yeah, especially a model, a female. Like what?
Yeah.
Like a lot of times when it comes to female interviews, it's kind of always weird, because like it's always that weird aspect. Like they just think I'm some weird guy in a room by myself with a camera. Like. But it's a barrier I'm willing to break down, because like women have good stories. It's not just rappers and
yeah. Women have like things to say too, and women do completely different things. Like
exactly.
So it's like, okay, that's interesting. Like I never thought about that. Just like a man could say something like, oh, I never even, as a female, I've never even thought about that.
Exactly.
Like I never knew that men were even into things like this or thought like this. So yeah, that's cool. It's cool to have like a males, females. Like you said, the rapper will come and just be like, rappers have a certain life. Rappers are in a certain lane. Yeah. So that's going to be like a one-track conversation.
Pretty much.
But then females, or not even all females, some men.
No, not. Like, I would personally say female has more of a diverse personalities.
Like women, I wear makeup and I do skincare and I do this and I cook and I do nails and I walk my dog and females be like kind of all over the place a little bit. I think that's why females do so many different things. So, yeah. But dudes, I see dudes on Instagram, like some dudes are chefs.
Some of them.
I see a lot of male chefs.
They be whipping up. They made me get in the kitchen.
Yeah. I see more male chefs on Instagram than women. I see a few women, but like most of the chefs I see on Instagram are men. Like making, I know this one guy, he plays like, you probably saw him, I can't think of the name. He makes like food while R&B music is playing.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen
You know
that?
who that is? Shorty know who that
You
is.
know what I'm talking about? Like it'll be real slow. Like Keith Sweat, he'll be dropping the.
He better not.
It's nice though. It's not.
Shorty, you need to stop watching that.
It's captivating. Like you be drawn into it. It's like you'll see the pan. And like the shrimp will fall in it all slow. Then he'll like rub the chicken, like rub the oil on it.
Hey yo, I need to look at this.
It's captivating, isn't it? Like you be just stuck to it. Like oh my god.
I need to put some parental controls on your TikTok.
No, I don't even know what that guy's name is, but he'll season it. Like his fingers will move all slow. He's seasoning the food. Like he like put the salt and pepper on it, or the seasoning, whatever. It looks amazing. I don't even think you ever seen his face. Have you?
What?
You see his hands. Like you see his hands. His hands look all clean, like.
Now his hands look clean.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just
but it's cool. It's very cool. Very cool.
Okay.
It's very cool. It's very like clean, crisp content. Mm-hmm. Like he'll put the I don't know. Does that guy have like a cookbook or something? I'm not sure. Like or he'll put the recipe in the caption, but the food he makes looks great.
Wow.
Like and I haven't seen anyone else do that. Yeah. It's cool. It's cool. You gotta show him. He gonna like it. It's cool.
Whatever. I ain't gonna like nothing that got R&B music. So I'm joking.
No, it's cool.
What do you want people to take from this? To take from this show today?
Tune in to my Kelly Blake page, of course. Support your local people for sure. I would say that. Just support people. You never know what anyone's going through. Have an open mind. And just follow your dreams. Hone in on your craft. If you want to do something and it's not going to harm you, your family, your community, go for it. Like, nobody's going to like everything that you do. And even if you're getting up and you're going over, you can go to work. You can go and work as a lawyer, live in a huge house and be a millionaire, and there's going to be somebody that doesn't like that.
No, for real.
And that's okay, because who are you hurting? So it's like, if you're not hurting anybody, you're making yourself proud, it makes sense for you and who's around you, do your thing. Like, just stay consistent. Even on those days where you're like, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do anything. Mainly with content, because like in your like everyday life, everything is up and down. Like I was gonna go to the gym, but dang, I had to go and do this with my mom. Dang, I had to go do something happened in the back of my apartment. Now I gotta wait for the contractor to come. I gotta wait. Things happen.
Yeah, it does.
But as far as content, try to do that every single day. Mm-hmm. Every single day. Like I kind of post around I found this sweet spot of between 12 a.m. and midnight. What? 12 a.m. and 2 a.m.
12 a.m. I haven't even thought about dropping at night.
Like between 12 a.m. and 2 a.m. That's been like my sweet spot. Okay. More so between 1 and 2. Okay. Because at first I was like, okay, let me do 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Then I did 3 p.m. Then I did 5 p.m. I was like, let me drop something at midnight. That was the fight night video.
I'm going to try that.
Yeah. Okay. Just trial and error. Everything, it may not work the first time, the second time, the third time. You got to be able to say you're a kid, you fall on the playground, you get up, you brush it off, you just keep on running around.
Keep running.
Yeah. If it doesn't really put you down, you got to keep on going with it.
Well, that's great. Yeah. That's great. I enjoyed this conversation. I think I learned a lot. Hopefully you can come back for another time.
Yes, of course, I'll be back.
So we can dive in more deep into this whole modeling world, because I don't know nothing about it. I just see y'all looking strutting. That's all I see. I see the good part.
It's a lot. It can be stressful. It is a lot.
Until next time, thank you for tuning in to the #1 show on the Earth. Tune in to next week for another banger like this, and I hope you enjoyed this content as much as I did. Goodbye.